Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Jamal's Married Life 101, the podcast where we laugh, learn, and love our way through the real-life adventure of marriage. I'm your host, Jamal, and we're here to break down the good, the bad, and the hilarious moments that come with tying the knot. From date nights and communication to dealing with in-laws and keeping the romance alive, we've got you covered, with a whole lot of laughs along the way. So grab your coffee, your spouse, or even your dog, because we're about to dive in and make marriage more fun than ever.
Let's get it.
I'm your host, Jamal, and today we're diving into one of the biggest reasons couples argue: communication. Yes, folks, it's the secret ingredient to keeping the peace and making sure the remote doesn't end up in a serious wrestling match. I know what you're thinking. Jamal, we already know we gotta communicate. This is basic stuff, but listen, it's way easier said than done, alright? I'll prove it. Let me tell you about this time me and my wife had a small disagreement about what to watch on Netflix. Yeah, it got heated. So, picture this. Last Friday night, we're chilling, it's time to relax, and the TV remote is right there on the couch. I'm all ready to kick back and watch some highlights from my favorite show, but no, my wife? She's got other plans. She's like, oh, let's watch that documentary about, I don't even know, the history of socks or something, I swear. And I'm like, we both know I've been waiting all week to watch the Final Four. It's game time, baby. Now, this is where it all goes south. Suddenly, the remote becomes this precious object, you know? We're passing it back and forth like it's a hot potato. I'm like, babe, it's just a documentary. Let's put that on after the game. But she's not having it. It's the battle of the century. Game night versus sock facts, the untold story. So yeah, we totally could have avoided that. See, here's the thing. Communication isn't just about talking, it's about listening. You ever notice that? In that moment, I was too focused on getting my way with the game, and she was too focused on her sock facts. Seriously though, who's watching that? But the truth is, we weren't listening to each other's needs. I could have just said, hey babe, how about we compromise? Let's watch the documentary tomorrow, and tonight we watch the game and chill after. Instead, we're over here playing tug of war with the remote. Now let's break it down. In marriage, compromise is key. Yes, even when it's about something as trivial as TV shows. Here's a pro tip. Instead of launching into a full-on battle, try asking, what do you want to watch? Or, what's important to you tonight? Trust me, I know it sounds basic, but when you really start listening to your spouse's needs, it changes the game. Like, instead of just diving into what you want, take a moment to hear them out. I could have said, all right, I get it. You want to watch socks for 2 hours. But what if we, I don't know, watched half of the sock documentary and then the game after? The trick is to make it a win-win. But if she's not feeling it, maybe we could have agreed on a new show neither of us had seen. Communication, people. This stuff works. Okay, I get it. No one wants to turn their marriage into a therapy session every time the remote comes into play. So here's another pro tip. Communication doesn't always have to be super formal or serious. Have fun with it. Component placement, instead of getting all passive-aggressive, turn it into a game. Here's what we do. Every time we need to make a decision, we ask each other, all right, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is this to you? And if you get a 10, well, my friend, you know that's a game night for you. But if it's a 5, we've learned to just, chill and compromise. Fast forward to today, we did the compromise thing, no fights, no drama, and we both got to do our thing. Now every time we face a small disagreement, we both laugh about it. Because let's be real, sometimes marriage is like a comedy show, and you gotta learn to laugh at the little things. So remember, folks, communication isn't just about talking it out. It's about listening, understanding, and most importantly, finding humor in the day-to-day stuff. That's what keeps your marriage strong and keeps you laughing together. All right. That's all for today, folks. I hope you learned a little something about how to communicate better with your partner, whether it's about TV shows or anything else in life. Remember, compromise, listen, and most importantly, laugh. If you've got any funny stories or tips about communication in your marriage, hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. I want to hear them. And remember, next time the remote is up for grabs, just ask, what do you want to watch? All right, I'll catch y'all next time on Jamal's Married Life 101. Keep it real, keep it funny, and keep the love alive. All right, folks, that's a wrap for today's episode of Jamal's Married Life 101. I hope you laughed, learned, and maybe even got some marriage tips you can actually use. Because remember, it's all about keeping the love strong and the laughter even stronger. If you enjoyed today's show, make sure to subscribe, share it with a friend, and hit me up on social to let me know how you're doing in the married life game. Catch you next time for more laughs, more love, and all the real talk you need to keep that marriage fresh. Until then, keep it real, keep it funny, and always communicate. Because trust me, it's the best way to avoid a fight over the remote. Peace.